Good afternoon, everyone, and a very warm welcome to the magnificent Barony Hall on this special day, a day of celebration for you, our graduates, and your families, friends, and supporters. We're delighted to be joined here today for this ceremony by people from across Scotland, the UK, and indeed the world, on what is one of the most important and indeed enjoyable days in the university calendar. In a short while, each of our graduates will, when their name is called out, be invited to come up onto the stage where I will cap them, thereby conferring them with their degree. This is an ancient public and symbolic rite of passage and a mark of achievement, a proud tradition stretching back to the Enlightenment when Strathclyde was founded. Upon being capped, our graduates will become graduates of this great university. Once I have awarded all of the degrees, I will then take the opportunity to tell you a little more about the university, our heritage, and the role we are playing in the world today. Once the ceremony is finished, you're invited to join us for refreshments at a reception in our Learning and Teaching building just up the hill. But before we begin, let me say this to you. Please savor this moment. And to the families, friends, and supporters gathered here, do not hold back in showing your appreciation for our graduates, short of jumping up on the platform here, of course. Do enjoy the ceremony, which I now declare formally open. I now invite Professor Richard Finlay to present to you our special guest, Honorary Graduate Professor Sir David Cannadine. Richard will then be followed by Professor Barbara Fawcett, who will present our students. Thank you.
My Lord and Chancellor, I have the honour to present to you Professor Sir David Cannadine, a truly remarkable and distinguished academic who has achieved renown and eminence on both sides of the Atlantic. Sir David has held distinguished chairs and positions at some of the best known and most prestigious universities, Princeton, Columbia, Yale, New York, Oxford, Cambridge, London, and Canberra, to name a few. He is currently the editor of the Oxford Dictionary of National Biography, which is the national repository for the careers of the great and the good, those who have shaped and contributed to our history, business leaders, scientists, inventors, diplomats, and also politicians who on current form might be great, but perhaps not quite so good. He was the president of the British Academy, which is the key organisation charged with representing, promoting, and all too often in these Philistine times, protecting and defending those academic subjects that explore and articulate the meaning of what it is to be human. Among his many roles in public life and service, he is the chair of the trustees of the National Portrait Gallery, has advised and served as the National Archives and English Heritage, amongst others. He was knighted for his services to academia in 2009. In short, the professor is the very epitome of a most distinguished academic and easily one of the foremost historians of his generation. The other one is his partner, Linda Coley, who I'm delighted to say is also here with us today. In such a short space of time, it's practically impossible to do justice to the many ways in which Sir David has contributed to, shaped, and altered our understanding of the past. He is the author and editor of some 30-odd volumes, and rather engage in a recitation and a catalogue that ranges from Nelson to Thatcher. You can actually look up all the things that he's done on Wikipedia. I would like to focus on just 3 works to give you an indication as to the nature of the professor's incisive and unique powers of historical analysis. Indeed, it is his uncanny way of shifting perspective on well-worn topics and asking different questions that enables us to see things that we thought we knew and understood in a completely different way. In his Decline and Fall of the British Aristocracy, those of you who are fans of Downton Abbey have the good professor to thank for that, because he is the pioneer of the social history of the British landowning elite. Those of you who are not fans of Downton Abbey, profound apologies. The traditional narrative of modern British history was that it was an inexorable rise of modern democracy. And what David did was he challenged that and said, well, actually, what is another story that runs alongside that is the survival of the aristocracy. In Europe, what you have is that the traditional elite is wiped away. They're swept away by war, revolution. But in Britain, that traditional aristocracy survives. It has a gentle decline or an adaptation to changing circumstances. In his own words, it is an epic of moderation. So that change of perspective gives you a different way of seeing things. In his book, Ornamentalism, How the British Saw Their Empire, Sir David makes the important point that the British elite used notions of class and hierarchy to make African, Asian, and Indian society intelligible to their worldview, and that a sort of creation of an imperial hierarchy was an important tool in terms of solidifying British control in these places. This is not to downgrade the importance of race. Rather, what it does is it adds in a complicating factor that obviates a simplistic black and white view. After all, race, unlike class, was no bar to entry to Eton in the 19th century. And so again, by adopting a different perspective, we can see things differently and see them in different ways. And finally, in his book, The Undivided Past, Humanity Beyond Our Differences, he raises the important philosophic issue that by focusing on conflict as the most important dynamic in history, war, violence, imperialism, people killing one another, what does that do? Do historians produce a distorted perspective that magnifies our differences rather than stress, which arguably is much more important, the things that unite us? And again, this is a fairly fundamental sort of kind of question that we ought to sort of kind of ask ourselves. Now, all of Sir David's many publications are well written, they're readable, they're jargon-free, and this produces a valuable bridge between academia and the general public. And I can highly recommend his Victorious Century, a history of the United Kingdom in the 19th century. It's published in the Penguin series of the history of Britain, of which he is the general editor. Those of you who bought Rees-Mogg's Victorian Titans and were disappointed, I see many of you nodding your head. I would recommend that you look at his as a much more enjoyable experience. So, without further ado, my Lord and Chancellor, it is with great pleasure and with the authority of Senate, I ask you to confer upon Sir David Cannadine the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa.
Chancellor, distinguished guests, fellow Strathclyde graduates, ladies and gentlemen, it is hugely thrilling for me to be here this afternoon in this great university, in this great Scottish city, and in this great global metropolis, where so much history has been made and has been made in so many ways. And it is equally thrilling for me to join with you for what I hope is this memorable occasion in your lives, and for what I know is this memorable occasion in mine. I'm also deeply touched by the kind and generous things that have just been said about me, far more kind and far more generous than I could ever aspire to merit or hope to deserve, although that in no sense diminishes my gratitude and appreciation for what has just been said. As it happens, I was the first member of my family ever to go to university. And if it hadn't been for that extraordinary opportunity and flukish piece of good luck, I wouldn't be here being honoured and feted today. Let me in return say something about all of you who are graduating in the humanities and social sciences. Some of you, perhaps like me, the first members of your family to obtain degrees. And may I offer you all my heartfelt congratulations on your great accomplishments, which surely deserve a collective round of admiring applause from those friends and families and academic staff who are celebrating here with you this afternoon. We should applaud. Graduation is always and rightly a time of joyous festivity, but even more than usually so for all of you who have had to cope with the disruptive consequences of COVID, in addition to all the other challenges that undergraduate life invariably brings with it. But as a result, you may have learned something at an earlier age than might otherwise have been the case, namely the importance of resilience in the face of adversity. You never gave up, and for that you surely deserve an extra and additional round of applause. What else have all of us learned from living through that extraordinary global pandemic? One obvious lesson is that the health of society is first and foremost a medical matter. How are the sick to be cared for? How is a vaccine to be found? How well has the NHS done in saving lives? But perhaps we have also learned that the health of society is always, in addition, much more than just a medical matter. And especially in times of mass sickness, which invariably exposes the inequalities and stresses in society in powerful and often painful ways. That is one of many reasons why the humanities and social sciences are also of indispensable importance in promoting the health and well-being of any society, our own included, enabling us to investigate and maybe to mitigate the worst excesses of those inequalities and stresses, as well as helping all of us to lead better and more fulfilled lives. And that is something which is so wisely and well understood here in this university, which is not only preeminent in science, in engineering, and in technology, but in the humanities and social sciences as well. May I offer two further brief final thoughts? The first is that an undergraduate education is not only a preparation for life, but also a preparation for continued lifelong learning. You may think that now you have obtained your degrees, your education is done with, completed and finished, and that you have nothing more to learn. But while you may know, and should know, a great deal more than when you first arrived here, education is never over. There is always more to learn, and there are always more people from whom to learn. So, keep on learning. And now to my second and final thought. As my own life has lengthened, I have increasingly come to appreciate how much things have changed during the time I have lived it. When I graduated, just over half a century ago, few, if any, people foresaw the fall of the Berlin Wall, the reunification of Germany, the overthrow of communism in Eastern Europe, the end of apartheid in South Africa, the extraordinary and unfinished IT revolution, the changed gender relations between men and women, the recognition of gay rights, and the legalization of same-sex marriage. None of that was on the agenda at that time. But what that means is that in many ways, the world we live in today is utterly different from the world I lived in when I graduated. And half a century from now, it will surely be in many ways utterly different again, and in many ways that none of us can as yet foresee. So, again, always be ready for change. Welcome change. Embrace change. And always stay open to the opportunities as well as the challenges that change invariably brings with it. In American universities, graduation is more generally known as commencement because it marks a new beginning and a new stage in that great adventure that we call life. And I hope that is an exhilarating and exciting prospect as you gain your degrees this afternoon. The future calls and beckons and awaits. Go to it. Get on with it. Be of good cheer. And as you embark on the next phase of your earthly journeys, I wish you health and happiness, love and laughter, and all the blessings that you deserve and that fortune can bestow. Bravo, Strathclyde, and well done all.
My Lord and Chancellor, in the name of the University and by the authority of Senate, I present to you these students. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy for Research in Italian, Sarah Parisi. For Research in Politics, Ivan Minguez Guillem. For Research in Social Work, Yunat Chiata. For the degree of Master of Science in Data Science for Politics and Policy Making, Elspeth Mary McIntosh. In International Relations, Mitali Arinjay Dodal. In International Relations, Law and Security, Rebecca Colhoun. In Criminology and Social Policy, Olo and Jeddah Tolawezi Adebolubi. Asghar Ali. Abiola Kafilat Daramola. Mary McDermott. Lisa Alice McIntosh. Rachel Louise Murray. Osamoedi Mavis Peters. For the degree of Master of Social Work, Layla Potter Wright. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Politics and International Relations, Joseph Higginbottom. Robbie Paul. Swadi Katikayan. Logan Riles. In Economics and Social Policy, Eva Bisland. In Economics and Spanish with International Study, Gerard Joseph Downey. Molly Ann O'Neill. In French and Spanish with International Study, Lucy Allen. Lois Craig. Sarah Christina McLean. Rachel Ellen McEnemy. In Humanities and Social Sciences, Mohammed Tarek Abdullah Bingolita Altfeli. Harriet Boyle. Alice Josephine Brown. Emily Janet Lindsay Carty. Shannon Cook. Joshua John Coyle. Chloe Keenan Craig. Michael Cunningham. Joseph Daisley. Amy Fleming. Katie Margaret Hodgson. Thomas Honeyman. Ellie Jane Jessie Houston. Robin Lee Howell. Fergus Carver Johnson. Melissa Kelly. Kaylee Megan Lynch. Holly McIntyre. Garda Mansour. Kieran McAvoy. Rosie Ellen McBride. Chiara McCloskey. Ronan Stephen McCourtney. Lucy McFadden. Susan McGonigal. Anna Catherine McKinley. Ross McMorrow. Hannah Amanda Morris. Charles George Neville. Lewis Patrick O'Neill. Ben Andrew Ratson. Jenna Grace Reed. Ellie Lauren Olivia Spooner. Jodie Veldon. In Humanities and Social Sciences with International Study, Regan J. Bowl. Eve Catherine Boyle. Morgan Sarah Brand. Nathaniel Alexander Bromley. Olivia Teresa Calieno. Callum Mervyn McIlvenna Douglas. Ruth Kerr Ferguson. Caitlin Mairead Fowler. Erica Henderson. Erica Yick-Munho. Innes Alistair McDermott. Emma Purdy. Ben Shaw. Lewis Smith. Aaron Summers. Amy Charlotte Spence. Holly Strachan. Elid Thompson. Alison Walker. Robin Walker. In Marketing and French with International Study, Caitlin Emma Campbell. Amy McDade. In Marketing and Spanish with International Study, Millie Elizabeth Spinks. Lifi Wang. In Politics and International Relations, Gemma Ann Armstrong. Benjamin Ashworth. Matthew William Convery. Liam Dodds. Alex Francis Dowling. Gavin Stewart McWhinney. Liam Mosson. Abby Colette Steedman. Beth Anderson. Ira Gabrielle Lapina. Jamie Noel. Lucy Henderson Payton. Ross Weir. In Politics and International Relations and Economics, Pierce Murray. Alistair Edmund Watts. In Politics and International Relations and Economics with International Study, Jonathan Gordon Mackenzie. Ocean Richards Ipiga. In Politics and International Relations and Education, Liam David Inglis. Musfa Khalid. In Politics and International Relations and History, Kimberly O'Malley. Amy Jane Robertson. In Politics and International Relations and Law, Monthir Yaqub Zuwaid Al-Hashmi. Emma Jane Farron. In Politics and International Relations and Law with International Study, Emma Dobbin. In Politics and International Relations and Psychology, Maya Duran. In Politics and International Relations and Social Policy, Laura May Wilson. In Politics and International Relations and Spanish with International Study, Beth Fagan. Phoebe Elizabeth Cargill. Susanna Morrison Hay. Zoe Elizabeth Clark. Claire Clarkson. In Politics and International Relations with History, Jodie Howlett. Alice Margaret Blackstock. Ellie Jane McWilliams. In Politics and International Relations with International Study, James Frederick Hudson. J. Ian Sutherland. In Politics and International Relations with Law, Mariam Atif Mohsen Abdullah Mohsen Asala. Salma Mahmood. In Politics and International Relations with Social Policy, Kelsey Amy Bailey. Fletcher Simon James Rowe. In Education and Social Services, Thurza Mara. Robin Kelsey Smith. Joanna Stretzivic. Alex Anderson. Carla Lilo. Lauren Elizabeth McCullum. Kirsty McGeechan. Andrew McGill. Georgia Morrison. Zara Queen. Dylan John Campbell. Stacey Ann Chalmers. Lauren Hart. Charmaine Denise Hislop. Natasha O'Neill. Donna Marie Calderhead. Summer Cappy. Nicole Green. Nicole Howson. Nilofar Latifi. Lauren Phillips. In Social Policy and Education, Rebecca Kelly. In Social Policy and English and Creative Writing, Innes Patterson. In Social Policy and History, Danielle McCartney. Erin McNaughton. Andrew McRae. In Social Policy and Law, Anna Catherine McCluskey. In social policy and psychology, Chloe Grace Reed. Scott Whitelaw. In social work, Danielle Ali. Rachel Conway. Eve Marion Griffiths. Samantha Lee. Sonu Maramangalam. Matthew George Kearney. Siobhan Cargill. Casey Carmody. Eve Marilyn Gold. Shannon Elizabeth Higgins. Gillian Howard. Kellis Leslie Catherine Linden. Jacqueline Amy Mackey. Megan Ramsey. Victoria Lee Regan. Jennifer Valente. Faye Alexander Way. Terry Brown. Lauren Duffy. Taylor Maxwell. Ursula Lena Schlutz. Ellis Katie Patterson. In Spanish and Economics with International Study, Evie Charlotte King. In Spanish and French with International Study, Nicola Ann Cringen. In Spanish and History with International Study, Alyssa Ann Patterson. In Spanish and Law with International Study, Laura Jane Forbes. In Spanish and Marketing with International Study, Jack Anton McHugh. Bachelor of Arts in Humanities and Social Sciences, Alex Gabaj.
Well, let me extend a warm welcome to you once again on this very special day, which marks the culmination of several years of hard work and dedication for our new graduates. First and foremost, I'd like you to join me in offering our heartfelt congratulations to our graduates of 2023 for their collective achievements and success with a round of applause. Well done. As was said earlier, all of our graduates here today have shown great resilience, adaptability and determination to arrive at this day, particularly given the challenges we've all faced over recent years. For those of you graduating in the presence of your loved ones, this is a moment of great pride. Your family, friends and supporters have undoubtedly played a crucial role in your journey. So let us take the moment to acknowledge and applaud them for the support they've given you. Likewise, our dedicated staff have worked tirelessly to provide you with an exceptional education and student experience, and your success is a reflection of their commitment. Graduates, let us take a moment to show our gratitude and appreciation to them. Now, once this ceremony has concluded, we will leave the hall in an academic procession, signifying you are now full members of the Strathclyde academic community, which now numbers over 196,000 worldwide. As esteemed members of this community, you join a long line of distinguished alumni, such as David Livingstone, John Logie Baird, Dame Elish Angiolini, Helen Liddell, Baroness Annabel Goldie, and Sir Tom Hunter. Strathclyde was founded in 1796 during the Scottish Enlightenment through the bequest of Professor John Anderson, who, believing in knowledge for all for the greater good, wished to establish, quotes, a place of useful learning. Now, we've remained faithful to this founding principle, which continues to guide us today as we strive to make a positive impact on society and the world. We're a research-intensive university committed to creating new knowledge and understanding to tackle the challenges of our time. And through our groundbreaking research, we're contributing to a better world. And that's not just a self-aggrandizing claim that we make ourselves. In recent Research Excellence Framework 2021, the UK government system for assessing research quality, almost 90% of Strathclyde's research was assessed as world-leading or internationally excellent. Strathclyde also had the second highest impact quality profile in Scotland, demonstrating the effect the research has in everyday lives in the real world. Our research and our impact is wide-ranging. Our scientists and researchers are leading the development of innovative technologies that are going to facilitate the transition from fossil fuels to clean, sustainable energy sources like wind, solar, hydrogen that will power our future world and tackle climate change. We're developing new drugs using new digital manufacturing processes that will provide cheaper, more effective treatments in the fight against cancer, kidney disease, inflammatory diseases, while also helping our health services evolve to face the challenges of health and social care in the changing demographics of the 21st century. And through our focus on entrepreneurial education, Strathclyde Inspire, we're helping students and staff to create new businesses with sustainability in mind, which are creating jobs and supporting economic growth. And we're leading the revitalisation of this part of the city through the Glasgow City Innovation District, which is bringing companies, both large and small, in here to work together with the university to create new ideas, technologies and solutions to a whole range of problems across key research clusters: health tech, fintech, 5G, industrial informatics, space and quantum, And much of that is based in our Technology and Innovation Centre. Now, in the near future, we'll be building another innovation centre named in honour of our most successful, or one of our most successful alumni, businessman Dr. Charles Huang. He donated £50 million to Strathclyde, an extremely generous gift and our largest ever, and it was given in recognition of the role this university had in his success. 30 million of this gift will be used to support this new sustainable building, a key part of the university's Technology and Innovation Zone, allowing more businesses to co-locate with the university and improve productivity, develop world-class talent, research and technology, and accelerate inclusive economic growth. And the remainder of the 50 million gift, £20 million, has supported the creation of 2 professorial chairs in international entrepreneurship and in international innovation and business, along with associated research assistants and PhD students. And that's all in honour of the late Professor Stephen Young. He was a pioneer in the field of marketing, and he helped establish Strathclyde's Department of Marketing, and he was Dr. Huang's PhD supervisor and mentor during his studies. Further still, it's supporting an annual prize for an outstanding research paper for a business idea and funding 5 merit scholarship awards each year, all in Professor Young's name, with an associated leadership programme put in place for each of the scholarship students. We're growing Scotland's manufacturing capabilities as part of the 4th Industrial Revolution, called Industry 4.0, which will see digitalisation, automation and artificial intelligence transform the sector. It will provide huge economic and employment opportunities. Now, much of this work is taking place in Advanced Manufacturing Innovation District, Scotland, which is out near Glasgow Airport, where the National Manufacturing Institute Scotland facility, which is going to be operated by Strathclyde, was officially opened on June the 21st, just there, by the First Minister. And this eye-catching building sits side by side with the Medicines Manufacturing Innovation Centre, which Strathclyde is also a major partner in. We also work to inform public policy on national economic strategy, education, productivity, and workplace strategies through our various research institutes. Through our Centre for Sustainable Development, our globally minded staff and students are working, co-creating solutions with our global partners across academia, civil service, and public and private sectors to secure real-world impacts. In pursuing our vision, we understand the value of successfully working in partnership with business, with government, and the third sector to make a difference. And we extend our global reach through academic partnerships with the like of Stanford University, NYU, MIT, Caltech, Tsinghua, Nanyang Technical University, and National University of Singapore, just to name a few. As a university, we're continually working to enhance our student experience, investing in our campus and student experience, evidenced by the new Strathclyde Sport and Learning and Teaching buildings, and investing in health and well-being services, always putting our students at the heart of everything we do. And our progress and efforts in all of these areas have been greatly recognised in recent years with a whole host of awards. We became the only university to win the Times Higher Education UK University of the Year twice, first in 2012 and again in 2019. We've also been named Business School of the Year, Workplace of the Year, Research Project of the Year in recent times. And some of the highlights from this faculty include Dr. Louise Brangan from the Department of Social Work and Social Policy, who was named as one of the BBC and Arts and Humanities Research Council's new generation thinkers. The group includes 10 of the UK's most promising arts and humanities early career researchers. And in Hispanic Studies, lecturer Dr. Charles Pigott was one of 67 academics announced as the first member of the UK-wide Young Academy, a network of early career researchers and professionals established to help tackle local and global issues and promote meaningful change. And these are just a few examples from a small sample of the wide-ranging activity and successes from our university in the past year. And it's in these achievements we will build our future. Today is a day to look forward to the beginning of a new chapter in your lives, where you will take the knowledge and skills you've acquired during your time here to pursue and realise your ambitions. And as you forge your new careers, the university's values of being ambitious, bold, innovative, collaborative, and people-oriented will stand you in good stead. In recent years, the world has been shaken by the coronavirus pandemic, cost of living crisis, armed conflict, not least of all, war taking place in our own continent, and they continue to create uncertainties. And of course, we must tackle our biggest challenge of all, the climate emergency. These challenges demand solutions, and as graduates of Strathclyde and the future leaders of our society, you have a responsibility to use your talents and your education to make a positive impact on the world. So whether you go in to pursue careers in business, science, engineering, politics, or any other field, remember that you have the power to effect change, to inspire others, and to shape the course of history. And of course, with great power comes great responsibility. I urge you never to lose sight of the values that have guided you thus far. Integrity, humility, empathy. These are the qualities that will set you apart as you navigate the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. As you step out into the world, you carry with you the knowledge and skills you've acquired during your time at this esteemed institution. But more than that, you carry the spirit of Strathclyde, the spirit of innovation, collaboration, and excellence. Strathclyde is an institution where freedom of thought is encouraged and valued, an institution exemplified by tolerance and inclusivity. We hope that you will go on to demonstrate Strathclyde's socially progressive values and ethos of tolerance, pluralism, and a desire to make a positive difference. I'm confident you will do this because you go out into the world equipped with that most valuable asset, knowledge. The Strathclyde degree you now hold in your hands is your passport to success as you rise to meet the challenges ahead. As you embark on this new chapter of your lives, I encourage you to continue learning, as was mentioned earlier, to embrace new challenges. Remember, the pursuit of knowledge is a lifelong journey, and that success is not measured by what you achieve, but by the impact you make on the world around you. So it's with immense pride we see you graduate today, and though you may be leaving us, we hope you'll continue to stay in touch, let us know how you get on, and continue to contribute to Strathclyde, because it's through the involvement of our alumni that we can provide a first-class education student experience for you. So we now ask you to think of those who will follow. Finally, I'd like to thank the faculty and staff of Strathclyde for their unwavering commitment to excellence and for their dedication to helping our graduates achieve their full potential. And to the families and friends of the graduates, thank you for your unwavering support and encouragement. In conclusion, I'd like to congratulate all our graduates again on your momentous achievement. The University of Strathclyde has equipped you with the tools you need to thrive in the years ahead, and I have no doubt that you will make us proud. So go forth with confidence, with purpose, and with the knowledge you're capable of great things. I wish you every success for the future, and I now declare this congregation closed. I would now like to invite you to join the academic procession and ask, please, if family and friends could remain upstanding until the procession has left the building, and then please join us in the Learning and Teaching building for refreshments.